The countdown is on, and the baseball world is holding its breath. The Dodgers' two-way sensation has just taken another monumental step toward reclaiming his place on the mound. After a second live batting practice session, where he unleashed 29 pitches at Dodger Stadium, the anticipation is reaching a fever pitch. This isn't just a routine rehab, it's a potential game-changer for the team's season. With each pitch, he's not only testing his arm but also signaling a looming return that could redefine the team's dynamics. The implications are vast: strategic shifts, playoff aspirations, and a resurgence of dominance. Stay tuned, because this development could be the turning point everyone has been waiting for. Shohei Ohtani is doing something truly remarkable once again, and it's got the baseball world buzzing. Just months after undergoing elbow surgery, the Los Angeles Dodgers two-way superstar is already making noticeable strides in his pitching recovery. Fans and analysts alike are keeping a close eye on every move he makes, and for good reason. Ohtani isn't just another injured pitcher trying to work his way back. He's a generational talent whose ability to dominate from both sides of the game has redefined what's possible in modern baseball. And now, the possibility of seeing him back on the mound is inching closer and closer to reality. On Saturday, May 31, at the iconic Dodger Stadium, Ohtani took another step forward in his rehabilitation. He threw 29 pitches over the course of 2 simulated innings. This wasn't just a casual bullpen session. This marked his second live batting practice since undergoing that crucial elbow surgery back in September 2023. The fact that he's already facing live hitters again and showcasing a wide array of pitches while doing it is a huge development. To add even more context, this most recent session came just a week after he threw 22 pitches during a similar outing at Citi Field. That first live session had Dodgers fans and the baseball community cautiously optimistic. But now, after this second session where he added more pitches, showed more velocity, and included the full scope of his repertoire, optimism is quickly turning into excitement. This time, he was throwing against hitters from the Dodgers' Single-A affiliate, Rancho Cucamonga. And these weren't just soft tosses. Ohtani was cutting loose with fastballs, sweepers, cutters, and those filthy splitters, with the radar gun topping out at an eye-opening 97 miles per hour. Think about that for a second. Less than a year removed from surgery, and he's already approaching upper 90s velocity. That's not normal. But then again, Shohei Ohtani is anything but normal. What we're seeing is a once-in-a-lifetime player steadily returning to form, and if everything stays on track, it could change the Dodgers' trajectory for the second half of the season. Dodgers manager Dave Roberts was quick to call the session positive, which is about as high a compliment as you can get in early rehab evaluations. He did note, however, that Ohtani's command wasn't quite as sharp as it had been in the previous outing. But honestly, that's to be expected. We're talking about an arm that hasn't pitched competitively in almost 9 months. There are bound to be ups and downs as he rebuilds that muscle memory and gets used to pitching against live hitters again. What's important here is that the stuff is still electric, and he's pain-free. That's the biggest win of all. Despite all the progress, the Dodgers are in no rush to accelerate his return. They're playing this one smart and safe. The consensus right now is that Ohtani probably won't be back in a major league game as a pitcher until after the All-Star break, which lands in mid-July. And honestly, that's not just wise, it's essential. This isn't about rushing him back to fill a hole in the rotation. This is about protecting the investment, preserving the arm, and ensuring that when he does come back, he stays back. ESPN's Buster Olney, one of the most trusted voices in baseball media, recently reported that Ohtani is likely still about 2 months away from returning to the starting rotation. That timeline puts him in a position to come back around late July or early August, right when the playoff race really begins to heat up. Olney emphasized that this cautious approach is all about giving him time to build up his pitch count and stamina through controlled environments, simulated games, bullpen sessions, and monitored workloads. Let's not forget, this is Shohei Ohtani we're talking about. His impact as a pitcher isn't just significant, it's game-changing. And for a Dodgers team that's already dealing with multiple injuries in their pitching staff, Getting Ohtani back could be the shot of adrenaline they need to power through the dog days of summer and into October. Now, while all of this pitching news is promising and exciting, let's not overlook what Ohtani is doing on the offensive side of the game. Because even while he's been on the mend, he's been absolutely mashing at the plate. Just recently, in a high-profile matchup against the New York Yankees, he hit not one, but 2 home runs, helping lead the Dodgers to a decisive 8-5 victory. That performance wasn't just a reminder of what he's capable of, it was a statement. Even when he's not on the mound, he's still one of the most dangerous players in all of baseball. So, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture here. The Dodgers made a massive investment in Ohtani this past offseason, and it wasn't just for the hype or the international fanfare. They made that commitment because he gives them a unique, almost unfair edge. A guy who can hit over .300 with 30-plus home run power and also pitch like an ace. That's like getting 2 elite players in one roster spot. And when he's healthy enough to do both, it tilts the balance of power across the league. There's also the psychological aspect. Opponents know they're facing a team that has a guy who can change the game both with his bat and his arm. It forces managers to plan differently. It creates matchup headaches. And it gives the Dodgers an intimidation factor that very few teams can match. That's what makes his return to pitching so important. Right now, Ohtani is already helping win games with his offense. But when he's back on the mound, he becomes a complete package, and that changes everything. It's also worth noting just how meticulous this rehab process has been. The Dodgers' medical staff, trainers, and pitching coaches have all worked hand in hand to craft a recovery plan that prioritizes long-term success. Every pitch thrown, every simulated game, every bullpen session, it's all part of a carefully orchestrated strategy. This isn't just about getting him back on the field. It's about making sure that when he returns, he's the same dominant pitcher that we saw when he was winning MVP awards. If you've been watching closely, you know we're witnessing history. Shohei Ohtani isn't just working his way back, he's setting the stage for another unforgettable run. And when that moment comes, you'll want to say you saw it coming. If you're as excited as we are to see Ohtani back on the mound, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single update, and drop a comment letting us know what you expect from him once he returns to pitching. Do you think he'll dominate like before? Could he be the difference maker in the Dodgers' title run? We'd love to hear your thoughts. And don't forget to share this video with fellow baseball fans who need to know what's coming. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.